it's been normalized within the sport. Tour de France, same sort of thing. And so when I think about like the moral judgment, I think this mostly comes from people outside of sport because drugs, particularly anabolic steroids and these PEDs, is umbrella term, have been stigmatized. And I'm not going to speak to that. We can't walk that back. I say we, the royal we here. But I do think that like if the level of performance is so high that people can't get there naturally, or not enough people to constitute a real sport can get there naturally, man, it makes a case. It's like, well, then what do you have to do to participate? Now, there are knock-on effects to that, certainly, right? If this is the level of performance that people are aiming for or shooting for, like, look, maybe that encourages kids to take risks they otherwise shouldn't be taking. But I don't know how you fix that because our testing policies and procedures, in most sports, whether they're WADA, whether it's some other sort of organization that does the testing, they're not good at finding people who are using. And they don't, disincentivize people from using either. They're like, well, look, sometimes you get popped and sometimes you won't. And if you do get popped, look, here are the consequences. And people keep using regardless. We don't have enough punishment, I guess. You could make the case like, oh, do you get the death penalty, right? You get popped, you can never participate in sport again. Maybe that would lower the use. So when I think about this, I'm not trying to make excuses for people that do use PEDs and it's against the rules. I mean, very clearly, you would say, look, just participate by the rules of the game. If everyone agrees on the rules, that's how you got to play. It's just that because of almost institutionalized PED use, I don't know that we should have a moral judgment against people that are using this in professional sports. And you could go further down the rabbit hole and say, well, look, like some people have uneven, unequal, unfair sort of opportunities earlier in life, better coaches, better access to participate in sport, all sorts of stuff, better training programs.